What is up, everybody? Welcome to the 49ers Round Check, where we come on a daily with my boy Niner Game Podcast, Dion in the building. We got the great Melissa Jizzy in the building, and we got my boy who should be arrested for impersonating Steph Curry, 49er King, Antonio in the building.
What's up, y'all?
What's going on?
What's up with everybody?
Y'all know what time is it?
Heck yeah, I'm good, man. I'm feeling great. It's my birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday.
Man. There you go.
Thank you,
And
guys.
in another language, feliz cumpleaños.
Yep, there you go. Thank
There
you.
you go. There you go.
There you go. So let's discuss about what's been going on, man. This is what's been on my mind. Like, when is this damn Trey Lance BS going to end? Like, I've been hearing this shit through social media, through ESPN, and through this former Scouts guy who I probably will have on Thursday. Man, it drives me nuts. Makes me want to just punch somebody in the face for this.
It's never going to end, man. It's not going to end until he gets on the field and proves all the doubters wrong. And it only started because, you got people out there that are lying. You know what I mean? That are basically saying, he's not ready. We have info from inside the building that says he's this, he's that, all kinds of other stuff. You know what I mean? And for me, I'm just going to, make it short and sweet on this. When Trey Lance comes in and shits on the league, you all are going to be sorry. And every 49ers content creator has plenty of receipts to call all of you idiots out. Because you sat up there and prejudged someone with no information, no actual, film to go on. And all you can say is, he's not it. He's not the guy. He's this. He's that. But yet and still Kyle Shanahan raves about him. Yet and still his teammates rave about him. Everybody likes him in the building. Not one 49ers actual beat writer that's ever in the building says anything negative about Trey Lance. But you've got sources that tell you something's wrong. You've got people in the building that are saying Trey Lance isn't it. I'm not going to trust Rich Gangarello. You know why? Because he was a Jimmy G guy. That's what he liked. He didn't like Trey Lance. So, yeah, if he, says something negative about him, yeah, I anticipate such. But for me, that's all I have to say. Everybody that says something negative, I got you. We all keep receipts, and we know who you are. And when he comes out and he takes the league by storm, I'm going to laugh in your face. I'm literally going to do a whole video for like 5 minutes where all I'm doing is laughing. And I'm going to incorporate
You must be tagging me in that video.
The Wiz
I am
Khalifa
going
laugh.
to bring that up every day for a week.
Find any 49ers content creator that I can find that says that they want to go ahead and come on, and all we're going to do is sit there and laugh. And we're just going to keep shifting pictures of all the idiots who said something negative. We're going to slide Acho. We're going to slide Wiley.
Wiley is the worst one.
All of them.
You remember in 2019, all of them, when it was like that big panel, like 5 or 6 of them, they all hated on Jimmy the entire Super Bowl run. And then all of a sudden, this past year, Wiley's Jimmy's big guy. Like, that's such bullshit.
The only one who stayed consistent.
I honestly believe that most of these people, aside from Colin Cowherd, are doing what they're doing is because they are pissed as fuck that they all called Mac Jones 99% as the trade up pick, and that we proved them wrong. We got them questioned, and now they're trying to prove that Trey wasn't the dude all along.
Yeah, because he was a surprise pick. They thought oh, he's just gonna go with a safe pick. like Mac Jones, a guy who will just fit his system and that's it.
A younger Jimmy G. That's how everyone was talking about him on ESPN.
But they got this
cheaper, healthier Jimmy G. That's exactly right. And then they used to compare Tom Brady's picture from the I'm blanking on the word. The thing that happens in
combine.
The combine, yes. They were comparing the Mac Jones picture to the Tom Brady picture, and they were like saying, this guy's going to be that. He's going to come in. He's going to surprise people and all this other stuff. And I honestly, truly believe ESPN, Fox, all of them are just ashamed and pissed off, and they're trying to take shots at our quarterback for that reason.
Well, to make a fair argument on Mac Jones, like, to be fair, he didn't even have a great pro day. Like, everybody was making it sound like he had a solid day. Like, he had, like, what is it, like a Jameis Winston sign pro day? He didn't even do squat. He didn't complete much passes. Like, what was there to be excited about? I knew right off the bat this guy wasn't the guy. And if people were saying that I was switching trains because of certain quarterbacks do, I was never in the Mac Jones. I said I would be fine if we were to pick him. I never said once I was on the Mac. Nope. Justin Fields, I just wasn't convinced because I thought Ohio State quarterbacks were potential busts. And I thought Trey Lance was somebody that had the high ceiling and was definitely the guy. But as a person, like, being perspective, the way I look at it, like, man, dude, like, it's just 2.5 games. I don't get the point, but you know who's been more consistent on dissing on Jimmy is Stephen A. Smith. He's never changed his lane. He's stuck with it consistently. You got to give him the credit, right?
No.
Oh yeah, he definitely has never liked Jimmy Garoppolo. And
no, I don't.
Been staunch. He's been staunch in letting everybody know what all of the 49er fans know. For the times that he did, kind of crap on our team and basically say negative things. One thing that he has always said is, you got the defense, you got the special teams, you got that run game, and then you get to Jimmy Garoppolo, which is what we all say. We all allude to those same exact facts. Now, there are times, where Jimmy has showed up. I'm not going to say he's never won us a game, but you know what? In playoffs, he's nowhere to be found.
See, like, I would have agreed with you maybe like 3 months ago, but then when Jimmy beat Aaron Rodgers, you remember how Stephen A. went on like all sullen that next Monday, and he goes, I can't call that guy a bad man anymore because he was just so awful that this tarnishes his legacy. And like 2 months later, he's back to being Aaron Rodgers' like best friend and praising him all over again. Like,
yeah, he loves Aaron Rodgers.
That's the guy.
I can't do that.
It's a love and hate relationship.
I mean, he always says he's a bad man.
He's a bad man.
He hasn't won a Super Bowl in 11 seasons. 2010. That's a long time ago, man.
And we have won. One for him to be as great as he supposedly is.
He's only beaten Caleb Haney in a championship game. Jay Cutler couldn't even finish that damn game.
He was riding the bike on the sideline. You know what I'm saying? He was riding his exercise
Caleb
bike on the
Haney,
sideline.
the greatest thrower of the football, can only beat Caleb Haney in a NFC championship game.
Exactly.
Well,
he didn't beat anybody.
He never ever wants to see us in the playoffs because you know what happens?
Hey, we own him.
Nightmares
every single time. When the last time Aaron Rodgers beat us in the playoffs? I'll wait.
Never.
And he said that we were going to regret passing on him for decades, and guess what? It hasn't turned out to be the way he hoped for.
He's always crying.
Yeah, and then what makes it even worse was, I think, the reason why Adams left Green Bay because he wasn't sure about Rodgers' situation. He thought he was going to retire, and that's why he wanted to go to the Raiders.
Yeah,
that's what
he stated that that's the reason why he left. If he would have had an inkling that Aaron Rodgers was staying, then he would have stayed. But the thing is he knew that. And see, here's the caveat in all that, because you brought up a great point, CG, and I love that. That is a wide receiver. I'm telling you, Devontae top 3, if not number 1. And that's just me looking at skills. That's a receiver saying, I don't believe in Jordan Love. So I can't stay here and have this dude screwing up the rest of my career if Aaron Rodgers leaves. But you know what doesn't happen in San Francisco? Nobody said that about Trey Lance. The minute Jimmy was gone, Brandon Ayuk seemed to have a big smile on his face. He actually started to talk more. There was a whole other person. Juwan Jennings, big smile. Even though Deebo Samuel ain't been around, the only reason he ain't saying nothing is because it's all about money right now, which I get. You got to get your paper. But nobody left San Francisco because Jimmy wasn't the quarterback anymore. That shows you that they automatically have a connection with him that says, we know we can win with this guy. Devontae Adams was saying, I ain't winning the damn thing with Jordan Love. I ain't won nothing with Aaron Rodgers, who's supposedly one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. What makes you think I'm going to win with this guy behind him when he could barely even play when he had to?
Yeah, but I also think that Devontae Adams was sick of Aaron Rodgers this offseason when he said he was going to make everybody wait for his decision if he was coming back or not. And then the first thing he does is make everybody wait and then make sure he has $50 million before they're even allowed to start working on Devontae's deal.
Yeah, it was a selfish move. You know, he thought about himself.
Yeah.
You know, he should have just took a restructured deal like Tom Brady. That's why Tom Brady has a lot of rings too. Like he's great
because
now,
he always takes cuts. Tom Brady is the most underpaid quarterback ever.
He cares about winning.
That's all he cares about.
Exactly. Because it's that Patriot way. If I had 7 rings, I'd have been the first to have Patrick Mahomes money. Guaranteed. Pat got one. And that man got $500 million.
And Brady beat him in the Super Bowl.
Tom Brady got 7.
And Brady beat him in the Super Bowl.
And he ain't getting nowhere near that his whole career. So somebody please explain to me.
But Tom Brady also has a billionaire wife. I mean, they're not exactly hurting for money.
Izzy, let me clarify this for you. I love my wife to death, and if she was a billionaire model for Victoria's Secret, I would be happy. But I can tell you right now, I don't want to. You don't want to live off that.
Yeah.
Though it's
but that also gives him the freedom. But it also,
I don't want to. I want to be a billionaire too. You know what that does? When your wife is doing better than you, it makes you level up.
Okay, but it also gives him the freedom to be generous enough to say, "I'll take lesser money, so that way we can keep the team together."
It does, but I can tell you right now, you ain't no way in hell I have 7 rings and I get paid less than Patrick Mahomes did. In one foul in the contract, we kiss my ass. You better give me my damn money. You better break me off.
Tom Brady was taking pay cuts before he got with his wife though. Like he been taking it for a while. Like he hasn't just do it the last couple of years. He been doing it kind of like Tim Duncan with the Spurs, taking less. That's why he got 5. Curry. The Warriors dynasty was built off Curry's bad contract. I mean that's kind of how you have to do it. You can't plunge a whole salary cap unless you're in baseball. But basketball and football, you gotta you gotta find ways to get everybody under the cap. So I mean,
who was it that? So a buddy of mine told me when a quarterback, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on this, but I have to look up the numbers. When a quarterback takes up more than 12% of the cap, you don't win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, because that's a lot of money.
The last quarterback to win it like that was Steve Young with us. That's it. The last one.
And there hasn't been another one since. I can guarantee you Aaron Rodgers ain't winning another Super Bowl.
No.
Not with that contract, no.
He going to run into that buzzsaw that is the San Francisco 49ers in the playoffs. If he ever makes it, he's going to kill him again.
In
the regular season.
I'm telling you, Dan Campbell and the Lions are coming for the Packers.
Fighting those big caps.
They're sick of being disrespected.
Yeah.
And the Bears are going to come up with disrespect mentality too. This Vikings, it's like, Aaron Rodgers. What receivers do you guys got? Okay, Christian Watson's got potential, but are you really betting on Allen Lazard to be your next Adams? I don't know about that.
Yeah, but see, Lazard is not even showing up because he's still waiting on his payday. And Christian Watson hasn't
show up at OTA?
No. Him, DK, and Scary Terry.
Romeo Dukes is the only one that showed out.
And Aaron has not spent any time with Christian Watson because he's doing the whole thing of I don't want to show up.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you this. This is how this is going to. And there's a guy on the Packers right now that just didn't get a chance. And I said, this guy to me He remind out of everybody in the draft last year. He reminded me not this previous year, but the year before. He reminded me the most of Deebo Samuel. That was Amari Rodgers.
Oh
He
yeah,
hasn't
he had
really
some
gotten
speed from
a chance-
Clemson.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten a chance to shine. If you've ever seen Amari Rodgers tape, dude is amazing.
Nope,
got some
they
great
barely used
skill.
him for, I think,
And they
special teams
barely used
at
him.
minimum.
I could tell you right now, if you could put Amari Rodgers opposite of Christian Watson, you'd have a nice little 1-2 combo. But you got to give the kid the chance. And Aaron
He's been
Rodgers has to
dropping.
be around for them to build that rapport. You can't be off, taking sabbaticals every 5 minutes.
See,
But
with
you
the
need to be
Packers,
able to
they didn't
build
even play
rapport with your
A.J. Dillon
receivers.
until Aaron Jones was hurt. Like,
Yeah.
A.J. Dillon didn't even get a chance to grow until Aaron Jones was absolutely not an option. That's what the
Yeah.
Packers do.
Packers develop. They don't really think much. They redshirt some of their top players sometimes. Like look at Jordan Love. He's still on the redshirt campaign. Oh, let's say let's give a shout out to 49er Station. I guess he's been new to the channel. I think I've seen him on the other stream, but it's good to see this guy on the channel. Let's see. Oh, we got our special guest, Roberto. My apology. What is on your mind, buddy?
What up, man? Man, just here, man, chilling.
What's on your mind, man? I know something's got to be bothering you about the Niners.
Man, I'm just waiting for the preseason, man. And for training camp, I'm ready to see how the defense is gonna look, man.
Oh, here's a good question right here. I like this question by Brian Cope right here. CG, would you continue to use Debo as a wide back? I don't know. We're probably not going to use him as much unless it's in the playoffs. Maybe in the playoffs we might use him that way because that's how you win games if you use your best player. Agree or disagree?
Yeah, I don't think I would use him like that. Just as a receiver, run those routes, get better at his hands because he had the most drops and he got to work on his route running. So,
well, in the playoffs, I might want to use him.
Disagree.
No, I'm gonna tell you
Decoy.
right now. Decoy. I'd line him up in the backfield as a flat out decoy and have him run that wheel route that Juice ran because we know at least Trey Lance can get Juice the ball. We see what happens when wheel routes are run and Jimmy throws the ball. Oh, I forgot it doesn't get there. Or he can't hit him when he's standing wide the fuck open. It just doesn't make any sense. But I did want to touch on something. Anybody else in here watch I Am Athlete?
sometimes, yeah. Depends on who's on the show.
So, special guest today. None other than the greatest non-quarterback greatest quarterback coming out of Kent State turned wide receiver. Julian Edelman.
Ooh,
Bay Area native?
Yes, Bay Area native.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. They asked Mr. Edelman about Martellus Bennett's comments.
Oh, yeah.
We all
I know
remember
you're
those comments, don't we?
Yep, I remember. Yeah, I heard about this.
So, Mr. Edelman seemed to echo his sentiments. He may not have called them all the expletives that Mr. Bennett did. Mr. Edelman basically said, I'm out here playing broken. Limbs hurt, possibly this broken, that located, dislocated, this not, all kinds of stuff. Injury after injury. I go out week in and week out. And I put my body on the line. You can't? And it's because your agent wants to protect you? So wait a minute. And then the sad part is, he said Martellus Bennett was 100% right with his facts. So instead of Jimmy telling him ahead of time he wasn't going to play, he waited until Sunday. You wait until the day of the game after you've done installs. So the offense is built around you. And Jacoby Brissett got to come in and play with no ligaments in his throwing hand, in his thumb. And both.
Julian also said that that's what real football players do. They suck it up and play through injury.
Yep.
So
facts.
How you gonna sit up there? So all you Jimmy stands out there, that's a buster. That's a chump move. You gonna wait till the day of the game for you to say something? Why don't you tell him at the beginning of the week?
And he made sure that everyone picked up that it was Jimmy's non-throwing shoulder that the injury was on, Whereas in Jacoby had to play with torn ligaments in his fingers
throwing
on his
hand.
throwing hand,
Yeah.
and had to still play because Jimmy bailed out at the last second.
So that's what I'm saying. To me, right there, that tells you that's a chump move. And I don't want that person on my team. I can tell you right now, though Trey Lance's finger may not have been right, if he had to come in and play, he would have got on that field and he would have did his job. Why?
He would have
Because
been-
his
he would-
teammates that he actually gives a shit about, unlike Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh, we got my boy Pale
Gotta
Time
play
from the
hurt.
NFC West
Gotta play
Network.
hurt.
What is up, my guy?
Man, the Lambs suck.
But we got we got one of my co-hosts from the NFC West Network. You know, that's my guy.
Yeah,
So hey,
yeah, Pale
What's
Time.
going on, Pale?
Pale Time. He's the guy on the NFC West Network. Y'all got to catch it on Tuesday. But yeah, speaking of what you guys were saying about Trey Lance, like I think if he would have been
Yeah.
played with the index finger, I think he still would have been more effective.
Oh, yeah.
Like that Texans game, I was convinced that he was effective. Like the Cardinals game, we were just using him more as a runner, which I never understood that part.
Ran him what 15 times? That was horrible play calling.
I'm going to tell you right now, I was at that game, and the first thing I looked at was, why is Travis Benjamin dressed and not Juwan Jennings?
Yeah.
Juwan Jennings wasn't listed on the injury report for that game. There wasn't nothing wrong with him. So somebody explain to me why Travis Benjamin is in the game, but he has a rapport built with Juwan Jennings because he plays with him more often on the second team. But you're going to put Travis Benjamin in, who hasn't caught a ball in God knows how long.
It was
who
the same
does
thing
ab-
though
who did
with Trent
absolutely nothing
Sherfield
for this
though.
team. Like that game was the worst play calling I've ever seen from Kyle Shanahan. That
Yeah, that
looked
was
like
horrible.
a college. That looked to me like a college game plan.
Yep.
And we still almost won the game. And Trey came out and did what? Took responsibility. He said, "This is on me. I should have played better." Jimmy would have done what? Yeah, you know, it was a tough team loss. You know, we can't. That's a tough one. It's a tough one. Yeah.
Less than
I'd like
2
to have
months.
some throws back, but
Less than 2 months earlier, though. Less than 2 months earlier, though, Jimmy was throwing Kyle under the bus, saying that he was just doing exactly what his coach said that he was supposed to do.
Yeah. Hey, but okay. Here's an interesting question coming from this Rams fan, which my boy Pale. What if the Debo and Jimmy drama carried into the season? I'll answer this question. Like, I don't even think that this will lead on as long. You know, it'll probably be like a short fix and it will go away.
Yeah, same old sorry ass Rams.
But I think as soon as we get rid of Jimmy, I think it's going to lean towards fixing the contract with Debo's contract. As soon as we get rid of Jimmy, the sooner we get rid of Jimmy, the sooner this issue will go away.
Yeah. Rams are not gonna run it back.
Yep, pretty much.
Oh, we got Tom. We got Tom in the building. Welcome to the channel.
Welcome
I don't know if I've seen you around before. I don't know if I've seen you around, but welcome to the channel. Brian Cope.
Channel, man.
Like somehow Bill will still wanted Jimmy. Bill
Belichick.
Bill Belichick. Oh, Bill Belichick. Yeah, he did because of the young age difference. Because he felt like Brady didn't have much of a future.
Yes, yeah, man. Bill Belichick guy.
But Brady still won a ring elsewhere. I think Belichick would have loved to have that 7 ring.
7 golden rings. Yep.
Yeah. I agree. I don't know. The Debo drama is more about getting his money. I think that's about it. The Jimmy drama, we're just waiting until he gets clear and then we can trade him or cut him.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the only
Yeah,
reason he's still here.
Yeah, Carolina Panthers and the Cleveland Browns are the only team I think with the cap space to get him or something like that. So keep hope alive.
Yeah, Roberto, what's your thoughts of this drama? What do you think of this guy? What do you think of Pale's question? What do you think of his question?
Man, it's all BS, man. It's all the media wanna, talk. The media just wants attention.
Hey, media just wants to throw in that pot a little bit. So there's your question, Pale.
Because you know why? Because the media makes the money. We don't talk drama or lies. You don't get the money. They don't get paid.
Yeah, they stack that money a little bit. They like to stir up the pot.
Yeah, you're gonna talk drama so you can get paid.
Hey, I'm just hoping that I'm just hoping I don't have one of these moments where I have a guess and I freaking blow up my mind a little bit. I don't know, but I think maybe there's a chance that maybe when I had this guy on the show, he might be one of the first guests where I'll freaking curse the shit out of. I don't know.
Yeah,
No promises. No promises. No promises. I don't know.
I'm gonna pray for you to keep your composure because here's the thing: when you have a reputation, and the thing is you're no longer a scout in the NFL, but when you have a reputation that's built off of slander on just one person, then nobody can trust you. See, if you were slandering a bunch of different people around the NFL, it'd be easy, but you're not. You're focused on the 49ers and Trey Lance. So everybody who looks at you and goes, okay, you just got a hard on for this kid. Why? I don't understand. Like, what? I don't know what the problem is, and why you don't like him so much. Like, what did he do? Like, did your woman see a picture of him, and next thing you know, you caught her, pleasuring herself to him or something? Like, I don't understand. Like, why are you so upset? You got to be mad. Like, did he steal your girl at one point? Did he take your lunch money? Like, why are you so adamant about being that angry about someone you know nothing about and you've never met in your life?
Yeah, and that's the crazy part about it. Like, it's all I see in this guy on Twitter. Like, I see this all the time, popping Trey Lance's name constantly. But as a professional content creator, I'm going to keep my cool. But I'm just hoping he's not one of those very few guys that I might have my moments on and just say, "Listen, you motherfucker."
Yeah, I can't.
Hey, that might be like a Javon Kinlaw type viral shit if I did that.
Oh yeah, remember the Kinlaw one?
Oh man,
Kinlaw, man, that actually
Kinlaw
quieted the Jimmy and Debo stuff for a while.
No, but that Kinlaw reminded me of the Ryan Leaf interview where he gets pissed at the interviewer and says, "Knock it off."
Pissed off at Well, here's what I'll say on that real quick.
Oh man!
When it comes to the media, there's a certain level of respect that you need to start giving these players. Okay, that's like me answering a question and stating, "This is my answer. Please do not ask me the question again." And the next damn question is what I just told you not to do. As a human, that's going to piss you off and bother you. Now, what will other media pundits say about you if you react in the wrong way? Oh, you should be able to hold your composure, and you should do this, and you should do that. Let me explain something to you. If I'm Deshaun Watson, prime example, you asking me about the allegations, all the other crap. You know what I tell you? Can't talk about it. Off limits. Next question. If the next question is the exact same question I just told you I can't talk about, my voice is going to get a little elevated. I'm going to become annoyed and bothered. I'm going to look at you and say, did I not just state? Don't ask me about that. I can't speak about it. If that is all the questions that you have as anybody here in the media and you don't want to talk football, I can leave. Find me, please. I don't care.
Yeah,
so people have to realize these are still human beings.
Oh yeah.
So stop treating them as if they not finna get frustrated because you ask stupid questions. And then if somebody goes up there and pulls a Marshawn Lynch, I'm just here so I don't get fined. Oh, here's me talk to the media and it's messed up. Yeah. Well, stop being
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Don't be rude. Don't be mean. These are still people. Stop treating them like they're toys that you just play with and you throw back in the toy box and they wind up in the Goodwill bin. They're humans. So when someone tells you like that something is off limits, leave it alone. When you get the reaction from asking that question they told you not to ask, do not shoot on them for it because this is your fault. You brought it on yourself.
I'll take one.
That's just how that works.
Yeah, just like how like that one question with Eugene, that one wrestler, I asked him about like the WWE contract and he didn't want to discuss about it, so I just moved on with it. I said, all right, fair enough.
Exactly. Like if you say that, all right, you know what, bro? I'm not gonna bother you about it. I tried really hard
Yeah.
to get Michael Crabtree on my channel, and I was conversating with him several times a day. I'm telling you, and
Mhm.
he wouldn't come on. And I told him, I'm like, bro, I'm not going to ask you nothing negative, none of that. I just want to ask you about your time with the Niners. How was your time in the NFL? You know, I just want to talk positivity, bro. I don't want to put nothing negative out there. I don't want to talk about you and Keith to leave and change snap. I don't want to talk about nothing.
Sherman.
Yeah. Oh, was that? Oh, yeah. Even
Well,
with Sherman, all that, because he had it with Sherman and Tilly. But I told him, I was like, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to like just come in and just combat you with negativity, bro. I'm not your regular media out here. That's not what I do, you know. And he told me that he respectfully declined, and I understood that. After that, I just, hey, man, you know, hopefully things work out for you. If you're just retired and you feel that you're done, then I understand. But if not, hopefully when you get another chance, we see you. I told him, I was like, I respect you. I respect what you did for the team. And I respect what you did when you held out, because you got to get your money. And plus, Crabtree has sticky hands, man. That's one thing I can say. He may not have been the greatest.
He was consistent.
That man,
He never really dropped too much passes.
But Harbaugh said he had the best hands.
He did, and
that's what Harbaugh said.
He was the first to tell you that Cap knocked a couple of his fingers off. Like, so you know how Baldy's finger is like this.
Yeah,
like,
he had broken Randy Moss's finger too.
Yeah, Crabtree said that Cap had so much power in his throw that he didn't. A couple of his fingers are all out of whack.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just certain things like that. But yeah, the media has to take it. They got to take it lightly, because they get upset when people act like normal human beings.
I mean, I was a Crabtree fan too, but I tried to get him to respond, but I think he's like too big of a shot guy. So I tagged him a couple of times.
Yeah, he thinks he was Jerry Rice or Owens or something, but you know, I mean, he's probably not.
I tried, man, but he was nice enough to respond.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Shante Spencer came in response and says he'll think about it.
Yeah, I mean, Shante Spencer wasn't that great of a DB. He was.
He said he'll think about it.
A good number.
But Terrell Brown says contact his agent. I'm like, really?
Come on, dude, you're not even that great either.
No, you didn't do that much.
Terrell Brown says contact my agent and we'll think about it.
Bro, okay, so I'll tell you this. My brother-in-law used to work with Reggie Smith. Y'all remember him?
Oh, dude, I need to get him on the show. Sooners. OU Sooners.
Yeah, my brother-in-law used to work with him. Got me a signed card and everything. And you know what I'm saying? He was talking to him to see about coming on the show. And it's like, well, I mean, if he comes, he comes. If he doesn't, he doesn't. It wasn't ridiculously fantastic. But, you know, Reggie Smith is currently working at Chewy as a supervisor. So
I got to get him on then.
It doesn't work out too much. You wind up doing a regular human being job.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, if you can get me Reggie Smith, dude, because I used to watch him in Oklahoma. This guy was like a cornerback at one point.
Number 30.
Yeah, yeah, he was number 30, but he had number 31 in the beginning. But that guy was he could have been solid, but we just didn't re-sign him after he entered free agency, which I thought he was good. But we had Whitner, and then Golston was emerging, so it was hard to get him in.
Hey, man, that defensive backfield. Hey, remember when they used to call that the kill zone? Come across
Man,
that
screw
middle.
Ohio State, man. Screw Ohio State.
Except Nick
John
Bosa.
J.
That's our boy.
Lakers all day, baby. Boo, the Warriors. Lakers in the house.
Okay, look,
Champions.
Roberto. I mean,
Lakers got.
Roberto, I appreciate your faith in your team. But let me tell you something, bro. Y'all ain't got no shot at doing nothing.
We're in some rebuilding, dude. We're in a rebuilding year. We're in a rebuilding type of year, so we'll see. I'm not even putting my hopes on the Lakers, man. We'll have to wait and see what happens, man. We've still got a long ways. Just keeping it a buck, man. We just flat out sucked last year, so we still gotta. The sooner we get rid of LeBron, the sooner we can start building a young team, dude. Because LeBron is just holding us back, bro. He's holding us freaking back.
Well, you need to get rid of LeBron and AD, because
AD can't stay healthy
on the bench.
We gotta get rid of Westbrook.
Facts, but you know what, man? Reggie Smith wouldn't be a bad guess, dude, because I have one of his football cards signed. In 2008, I was at a Candlestick Park game and I saw him right around the back of the area, right down the parking lot. Sign me a football card. Which you just mentioned his name and I didn't even notice, but let me show you the card. It's still on my card, dude. I still have one of his cards signed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, but hey, if you can get him to come on the show, bro, we'll definitely put on a show where DB talks with this guy.
Yeah.
But you know which one guy that I actually had on the show before, but he kind of like flaked out a little bit.
Ooh.
Man, dude, I was supposed to have Rump in for a second time, but he flaked on me.
Who?
Who's that
Rump,
about?
I had him one time,
Mike
but then
Rump.
he came in one time, but then the second time he just flaked on me. He didn't even get back to me. But he was a cool dude. But nothing against him. He was all right.
Well, the funny thing with a lot of the former players is they feel like, you know, like Terrell Brown feeling like you should pay him to come. It's like, my thing is, bro, I'm not calling and asking for Deion Sanders to come on the show.
Yeah.
You weren't overly spectacular as a defensive back. You know, I remember I saw, who was it? I think it was you, CG. Didn't you have on like
Quentin Patton even says he'll think about it. I'm like, dude, you weren't.
You had somebody else on
Eric
there.
Davis, but dude, he's on Twitter. He's got 7,000 followers. Dude, this guy acts like he's already good. Come on, man.
But it's just certain things, man. Sometimes when you see people, they get a little big headed and you kind of like,
Yeah, and they don't even be good most of the time, man.
Yeah, you can't be that. You can't be a regular, average, everyday DB that played for a few years in the league and then stick your nose in the air like you were just the greatest thing since sliced bread. Sorry.
Hey, look at.
I mean,
it's like,
Colbert was humble.
Hey, but look at, if T.O. were to act like that, say what you want, he's the second best receiver ever. You know, at least he's a transcendent.
But
player.
would you pay him $500 to go on your show?
Yes.
T.O., yeah. Heck yeah.
Yes. He's worth every penny.
Once
Why
again,
would
he's the
he?
second best receiver ever.
All right,
Like,
see, that's a good argument right there. That's a good argument. That's what I'm
thing.
saying.
Like, if you have somebody like T.O., you have somebody like Deion, you have somebody like maybe Cowboy, or if you could get Aldon Smith, like there are transcendent players that warrant, certain things. And when you ain't that transcendent, don't be running around asking people for money. I'm not about to bring you on for $200-$300, and then what if I give you that money, you'll never show up? So I just wasted my cash. I'm not doing that. I don't trust that. Because my thing is you weren't great, you weren't that great, and it is what it is. I'd rather have it I'd rather have somebody come on that's just willing to do it because they were a great 49er or they were a performing player and they just want to help us out, rather than to be coming out money hungry. If that's the case, then get a job. It ain't my job to pay you.
That's the problem with some of these athletes. Some of them are mid tiers. Like, come on. Like, seriously, like Terrell Brown, no disrespect to you, but you were an okay player. Like, you were okay. But, dude, I ain't paying you $250, man. I don't know.
Yeah, you're Terrell Brown, not
wouldn't
Antonio Brown, you know?
I mean, Terrell Brown, don't get me wrong, like those 3 years or 3 or 4 good years he had. He had
but he wasn't, even those good years weren't over the top. Like, it doesn't warrant me, trying to pay somebody. And I mean, I heard what you said, like you talk about Antonio Brown. I'll tell you,
that dude would be too much.
There's nothing against Antonio Brown, but I
greatness.
wouldn't want him.
As far as greatness.
Oh yeah,
Dude.
greatness. Yeah, he did, and that's the issue. That's another thing we can even touch on. All that talent, but you don't have the right people around you. And the reason I say that is look at Aldon Smith. They called that man the next Lawrence Taylor. You know how hard it is to get that kind of praise. Nobody gets that.
Yeah.
But those first couple of years, he was looking like it.
Yeah, Joe Staley and Trent Williams both said what at the same time. Who was the hardest person they had to face? Aldon Smith.
The long arms, but just never stayed trouble.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that was the biggest issue, man. That's what hurt the most, is that he wind up getting into trouble, and you would have loved for him to be able to not have that those issues, because I think he would have been a ridiculously great player. I think he would have warranted a nice huge payday, and he'd have been fine. But it's just it's different, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but why pay $250 if I can get Julian Peterson for free?
I know, right?
Oh,
And Julian Pearson was good.
yeah, he was on my show. I got him free.
Julian Pearson was a good player, at least.
Yeah, he was an all-pro, but he was a hybrid. Like before there was even hybrid
He was,
positions.
He was.
Dude, I might even give Jeff Garcia in, dude.
I love Julian Peterson when he was playing with us.
Dude, I know somebody who's got connections with Jeff Garcia, dude. If I can get him free, dude, that's a big deal.
Would you hit? Why? Okay, tell us why, Izzy. Tell us why. Come on now. You can't shake your head no.
I'm not going there. Dude, that man pissed me off so much. I hate the ever-loving shit out of Jeff Garcia.
Yeah.
Wait,
I met him.
You don't like Jeff Garcia?
I met
Third
him.
No.
best quarterback in
He's an
49er
okay-
history.
Great
Third best
dude.
quarterback in 49er history.
I put Colin Kaepernick above him.
Jeff Garcia lost his marbles, and I think the best thing that ever happened on that post-game show was they replaced him with Staley.
Hmm.
Yeah,
You don't like
made 3 Pro
Garcia because of what he said to what's her name?
I'm not going there.
No, but I don't get it. Like,
I didn't like him as a player, and then what happened with his shtick as part of that whole Laura Britt Miyako Hittner thing happened, and I was like, you know what? No.
but just by looking at how Jeff
No
Garcia
loss.
is. But if for any other females who do analysts, they should take like accountability just like men do. But it's you guys have every right to have a voice too. But sometimes you got to take some consequences with the response for some. Mita Kimes, for example, she needs to take the heat like everybody else. But when somebody criticizes you, you shouldn't have people stand up to you and take it out of a soft proportion. Like
No.
sometimes you got to take the great heat and go with it. And I just don't like the soft era.
Hey. Yeah, hey, but the one thing about like we say Jimmy G wasn't physical or wasn't tough. Hey, Garcia was tough though. You gotta admit
Yeah, he
that.
was. I mean, he came a long ways. He was a journeyman quarterback coming undrafted from San Jose State and came into the CFL and then came over here. I mean, this guy was kind of like a Kurt Warner story, but just never was a guy that won a Super Bowl. No, he was just a guy that put up some good numbers and took you to the playoffs and just wasn't all that.
Yeah.
But I know somebody.
He did go
who
to
can
3
get it.
Pro Bowls, but I think that was more because of TL though. But that's just me.
But I do know somebody who's got connections and got his phone number, but he said he'll let me know if he can let me get him on the show or not.
Okay.
No guarantees, man, but I've been finding some connections, man. That's just the crazy part, man.
I'm telling you, I'm not picking sides. I'm not saying what she did was right. I'm not saying what he did is right. I just said that was my final straw with Garcia, though.
Okay, fair enough.
Leave it at that.
Yeah, respectable. We all gotta respect in certain ways. But there's more on our mind with this team. Like we still have to fulfill the way we're gonna play. Like this year, it's a question mark with people wondering how Trey's gonna be. Trey is like the new secret weapon, this is something that one of our co-hosts from the NFC West Network said it best. He thinks that Trey is the greatest mystery in the NFL. Nobody knows. And Pale even said it best that nobody knows. He can be great or he can be the other way around.
See, all I'm worried about when it comes to Trey, it is the stupid play calling we saw with Shanahan last year, where it looked like he was really just seeing how Trey was going to react to defenses and being asked to go against everything that Trey is strong at.
Yeah.
There were certain run calls last year that were just so stupid that it was just like, why the hell are you trying to break this young kid?
Yeah.
He did it with RG3, which was stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but RG3 was also warned by both Shanahan's not to come back in that damn playoff game, and he did not give a crap, and he went back in, and that happened in his leg. That's not all on the Shanahan's.
Nah, that's on the Shanahan's. I don't agree.
Yeah, it is because they used him too much as a runner.
They didn't want him. That was the owner who wanted him. He had too
They
much
wanted Kirk
pull in that
Cousins.
building, and Mike and Kyle did not like him. And
They liked
did
the Kirk.
whatever they ran him, whatever way they ran him, And
Yeah.
this is the reason why you saw them draft Kirk Cousins
In the
behind
fourth
him.
round after trading all those picks to go up in the first round. I know.
And they did that on purpose. Why? Because Kirk Cousins is the type of
Yeah.
quarterback that Mike and Kyle like.
Mhm.
They don't like a quarterback like
Mhm.
Robert Griffin III. They never believed in him. They never wanted him. And they were going to do anything they could to make sure that he was not there. That's
Yep.
why his career didn't really last long. Because what did you see in the run game? Alfred Morris came out of nowhere. He was hitting that home run every damn game. So like their thing was they didn't want him, they didn't like him, and they did whatever they could with him. I think that at that point it was I'm just gonna run plays and let's hope he gets it.
Yeah.
Do you really
The
think?
only thing I have against Kyle, and I'm never letting this go, is that he purposely started us off 0-9 because he really thought after slandering the Commanders that he was going to get Kirk Cousins.
Oh yeah.
That's the only one thing I will
Yep.
never let go of Shanahan.
Yeah, we all know he screwed us his first year because he brought in
Brian Hoyer.
Brian Hoyer and completely overlooked every quarterback you could think of in the draft, and he had the opportunity to draft a QB,
Yeah.
and he just didn't care. He was like, I'm getting Kirk Cousins. It is what it is. After you just told Dan Snyder basically to F off, really? You're getting Kirk Cousins? He's going to do business with you when he doesn't like you or
Yeah,
your
but
daddy?
it wasn't just him. He had Floor come out and say stuff. He had McVay come out and say stuff. It was like all of the assistants for his father came out and said stuff at the same time. And he was like, now you're banking on them to make nice with you. And I honestly believe that the only reason why the Trent Williams trade happened was Lynch played mediator, and I believe that they knew that Trent was not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, they
but
knew he wasn't going to play for them. Yeah, they knew
that was
that.
their
They knew they had to get
only
him out of
option because they were like, well, we're getting something for Trent Williams.
And plus, Trent was nice enough to be able to come to us because he basically said, I don't want to be franchise tagged, and that needs to be put into my contract. Why? Because the franchise tag can screw you, man. It can. Because look at
It's
what's
happened
happened
with Peterson.
Well, he
They-
said
they-
his old O-line coach was also the main reason why he came here.
and he was here too. Yeah. So you think about
Yeah.
it like this. With Debo, honestly, the 49ers have all the leverage. You know what? I don't have to give you a new contract. You don't want to play? Sit out the season, lose all the money.
Well, we can franchise tag you.
And then next year,
Wait,
we'll
doesn't he
franchise
still
tag.
have another year on his contract?
No, this is his last year.
No, but I meant this year. He's not like a
He's
free
under
agent.
contract.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah,
point.
he's not. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
under contract for this year. But next year, technically speaking, he would be a free agent. But
Yeah.
we can franchise tag.
He would be the
And then
easy
after
player
that-
to franchise tag.
Yeah. And then after that, we can franchise tag him again because you can use it twice. So
He might just
what
hold
people
down and
don't
wanna be
realize
traded.
is the 49ers have all the leverage if
Yeah.
they want to
Yeah.
do that. But the thing is, you do right by the player, they'll do right by you. I honestly feel like probably somewhere before training camp or maybe in the middle of training camp, Debo gets his money.
Yeah,
and
but
they
wouldn't
pay him and he's fine.
Debo,
No.
by definition, like almost make $25 million based on like some of the deals that are now for receivers right now with
Yeah,
Devontae
roughly.
Adams and
He'd probably-
Cooper
he'd probably
Kupp and
be
all
in
of
the-
them?
He wants to
He'd be
guarantee
in-
money.
He'd be in the 20 to 25 range, but
Yeah.
for all these players, it's all about guaranteed money. They don't really care about what they're getting paid per year until they start doing things that are a little bit different. So it's definitely, a situation where if they don't want to pay him, they don't really have to, but you don't want him there, if you're kind of forcing him to be there.
Yeah.
Because then people don't really give
Yeah.
you their all. You basically just walking out on the field trying to earn your paycheck and go home. Now the only thing is you can go out there and try to ball out and give everything you got and force them into even bigger contract next year. But I don't think that's his aim. I think his aim is to get paid, make sure he has a good solid amount of guaranteed money, and let him go on ahead about his business. I think honestly the 49ers could at least give him 50 to 60 guaranteed. I think he would have shut up and been left about that. He wouldn't even
I
care.
only think there's two players right now in the league that are banking on another year to help them in further negotiations. I think that's Nick Bosa and Lamar Jackson.
There hasn't been no mouthing off in practice.
Yeah, like what are you talking about, man?
Maybe the social media stuff, but
at this point, he just in here to give us a little troll, and I'd appreciate that, man. Because if I saw your stuff, I would troll you guys too. I'd remind you that if you want to look at how a true fan parade goes, look at what happened with the Warriors. Because your fan parade was absolutely pathetic. There was nobody lining the streets of LA when you guys won. And remember, SoFi is just another name for Levi South. That's what that really is. So there's never been any mouthing off in social media and practice. Like that's just we all know that's crap.
We all get those type of players. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. That Debo doesn't end up being like another T.O. because T.O. was a great talent, but I think Debo is more of a maturity than most people would give him credit for. But I think he just does the troll. He acts so childish, but he's not like how T.O. was in the locker room. I think everybody loved Debo compared to T.O. T.O. was like a difficult guy to work with.
Okay, you were at this. Okay, please, by all means, Ramelia Sports Report. You see my name. You can hit me up on Twitter at SwiftD. I need you to send me.
It's on his video, actually. It's on his video, it's on his video. But I heard that a lot of Raider fans were dressing up like Rams fans in the parade.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm just playing. I'm playing, bro. I'm playing around, Rudy. I'm messing with you.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Ramelia Sports Report. I'm from LA.
I like him, dude. He's good.
And I can tell you right now, I still have plenty of family, plenty of friends that live in LA. There was nobody on the streets. Nobody.
Yeah, I seen his video. It was like a 22-minute video, but
video, and I guarantee you, there's probably about 30 people there.
Can I just say that it's pathetic that you had to have Kelly Stafford and Melissa Whitworth practically blacklist Niner fans from coming to your stadium because they were whining.
Y'all was scared we was gonna
whining that their husbands had to go on a snap count at week 18.
Snap count numbers.
Players like Frank Gore and Joe Staley had to clap back because your players and their wives are so scared they try to blacklist Niner fans from coming.
I like this Rudy guy as much.
Lying.
No, I mean, as far as like Rudy is as a Rams fan, I really like him, but he gets a little funny with his stuff. Yeah. I know Rams fans get a little. They're excited about their parade. They have their moment, but they've won 2 Super Bowls in those 22 years. That's not a dynasty. That is just like it's happened once, and then maybe in the next 20 years you might see it again. Well, we don't know.
Look, man, at the end of the day, I'm gonna go look at your little video and see your little 30 or 40 fans that were there, and I'm still gonna be disappointed. All I'm saying is, if the Niners win a Super Bowl, we lining the streets from LA all the way to the Bay. We take over your stadium.
I'm telling you, if the Niners win a Super Bowl, it will be from coast to coast. Niner fans will celebrate in every single state that they are. Niner fans from Jersey to California and everything in between.
I'll take a party bus over there.
Wasn't nobody in St. Louis celebrating when y'all won? Nobody in St. Louis cared that the Rams won? Nothing.
Did the people in LA care when they won in St. Louis? That's the question. But I think Rudy was probably the only one I could think of.
I think they really soured on St. Louis fans when they freaking left them with the bill and they completely abandoned them after having to pay for that damn stadium.
What's next in the next 20 years? They go to Las Vegas to share a stadium with the Raiders?
Probably so.
That's probably where they get the next ring. And then, hey, but speaking of the Raiders, I heard they're terrible on paying their PG&E. Oh my God. What kind of franchise does that? Pays low on their wages with the cheerleaders?
Yeah.
Poorly on PG&E, the lights turn off? Who does that? Has to be Mark Davis, the dumbest owner in football. Come on. Who does that shit? And you can't even pay your employees?
But didn't they say he lowballed the offer for the LA stadium because he wanted specifically to go to Vegas? Davis?
Okay, so here, let me tell you this.
I was at that game, bro.
Empty from 2015 to 2016. You know what's worse? A completely empty stadium in your first year of being open.
Yeah, man.
And the sad part is, The 49er fans take over the stadium.
They stole money from
That's
you guys.
all.
And the reason why your
all
stadium
red,
is
man.
still empty when y'all do
It's
play
all
is because
red.
y'all don't have no fans. There's nothing
all
you can tell
red,
me
man.
that's
It's
gonna
all
change
red.
anything,
I
bro.
got-
You
I
have
got
no
something.
fans.
SoFi
got
becomes
something.
Levi South.
It's Levi South.
Hey,
Levi
you know what?
South.
You can trash Niner fans all you want, but we still give you
Levi
your first
South,
loss in
baby.
that stadium.
Dude, we're like so notorious
Niners give you
that
your
even
first loss
Stafford's
at
wife
SoFi.
complains.
You can't dispute that.
Like,
You
who
can tell
tries
me
to
that the
lowball our
stadium was
fan
empty
base to go?
2015 from 2015 to 2016. You can say all that. That's perfectly fine. But I can tell you right now, we still had more fans in the stadium than you did, even in your first year being open.
Yeah.
You guys didn't. You guys, I don't know if you guys even ever sold out a game. I need numbers. I need
Nah.
facts. So why don't you give me those numbers? Tell me if you ever sold out SoFi.
They would have at
And
least
did it
sold out in
by
LA.
yourself. I'm not talking about with other people. I'm talking about 120% Rams fans bought that joint out. Have you ever done that? I need to know.
Oh, here's his video. Now he's trying to. Now he's trying to prove it. Hey, I like how he ruffled the guy a little bit. You know, he's my guy, so he's cool. He's giving me a hard time.
This is
Man,
all. This is all.
It's all love, man. It's all love, nothing personal.
But it's never personal. It's all back and forth banter for me. So I like that, and I got it. I'll go ahead and make sure I take a look at the video there and see what all the fuss is about. You know,
Man, and
there
I'm
ain't
gonna.
nothing else you can tell me.
Well, he's gonna be on my show like either during the regular season. I'm gonna have him on.
Oh,
He said he wants to get back on at some point. Yeah, that link has facts, even News and Cruz talking about. Dude, but who wanted to watch Tom Sula and Cali, bro? Come on, that shit was. I still went to the game, but come on, man.
Let me tell you something, man. Every team goes through a stint where they don't have full fan support.
Even the Raiders in Oakland didn't have fans. They were trash. Couldn't even fill up a stadium.
And due to a regime that's in place that doesn't provide winning. Okay, when you don't win, nobody wants to go in there and watch you lose. It doesn't matter how strong of a fan you are. There are times where it happens, and we wind up in a situation where you don't have. Everybody goes through that. But here's the thing. Anyway, y'all always sell out SoFi. That's a lie.
SoFi? You fly like an eagle? I didn't know the Rams fly. I didn't know the Rams fly.
I've watched your games and I've seen your games on television. You guys don't have sold out stadiums. You know what happened? You know what? Y'all sell out 50% of the stadium. The other 50% is the opposing team's fans.
I didn't. Hey, Rudy, I didn't know the Rams fly. Do the Rams have wings? Come on, do the Rams have wings?
Sorry, but when I watched the Week 18 telecast, it looked more red than it did anything else. That's why the two wives were complaining, because it was a red out.
Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if there's more Niners and Raider fans at the Rams game, dude. Come on, you guys couldn't even sell out.
This is what we do,
dude. It's so sad that LA wanted the Raiders over you guys.
So
Come on, man.
Up. I thought Vermilion Sports Report. You sent me the link to your bum parade, but you're gonna send me a link because you want to just try to troll me and say the Niner fans are bandwagon. Let me tell you something.
I like Vermilion
since 1985. I ain't never got off this train, and I never will. I've been there through the good, the bad, and the ugly years. Okay, so you sending me that is a waste of time. Send me your little bum parade link. Let me see what that was, because I couldn't find it on your channel. Send me that trash parade when nobody was on the streets, when nobody cared that y'all won. And
Walt Disney parade.
The thing that happened that day was Aaron Donald being drunk on Jimmy Kimmel.
But Aaron Donald got his big fat contract now. Now it's all. I don't know how the Rams manipulate cap space. Let's give credit where it's due.
That's one thing I can give credit for, man. Look, Les Snead be out there finding money. I don't know how he do it, but believe you me, the owner of the Rams shells out ridiculous cash. I have no idea how he does it.
Hey, dude, does he work with the cartels? Because that's some legal shit right there.
Right there was just trolling, like, oh, well, Niner fans are bandwagoners. Bro, okay.
Man,
I'm going to tell you right now, at least 80% of your franchise is bandwagon fans. You know why? Because y'all just won. Y'all just won.
Yeah.
But there's the original, there's the OG.
Educate me on that bum parade. Put the link in the chat. I want to see that bum parade when nobody
Yeah.
was there. Because I'm telling you, I had my mom. I literally had my mom tape, because whenever there's a parade and somebody wins in LA, and they have
Even a Steelers fan told me it was terrible.
On the local sports channel, I had my mom literally tape the parade to see what happened. I watched it in real time. There was nobody. There was a fat dude on the streets on his phone with a Rams hat on, looking like he was disinterested.
Dude.
You guys were going down the streets and they were empty. Please.
A Steelers fans that lives in LA told me that it wasn't even that big of a parade.
Nobody. And then y'all had the nerve, the unmitigated gall. It was the first championship y'all won in I don't know how long. Y'all had the nerve to have a little party where y'all make people pay to come in.
I mean, you had your advance.
Come on now.
Come on.
It was only like, from what I was looking at, it was only about like maybe close to 12,000 people, but it wasn't even, it was kind of like a little low sale, whatever. It wasn't that big.
Oh, another quick point.
Oh, here's his video. Here's his parade. We made him dance. He's dancing.
Go back to Tommy Huxley.
Hey, I love me some Rudy, man. He's funny.
Yeah. Go up to Tommy Huxley.
That's his
Hi,
video.
Tommy Huxley.
I already seen his video. I seen 22 minutes of it. That's all I seen.
Yeah, the
He ain't
Mickey
lying.
Mouse parade, man. The Mickey
Put his
Mouse.
comment up.
What? Which one?
The crazy Jews.
Oh, crazy dude.
Let me tell you this. Tommy Huxley, I had never seen him lie. You don't see this dude on Instagram? This cat plays a mean fucking guitar. If you don't believe me, please go to Tommy's Instagram. He is insane.
He's the GOAT.
Oh, that man is badass. I love
He's
a
a
guitar
bad
player.
man.
Hey, yeah,
I gotta have Tommy on the show so he control the people.
Yeah, that's a bad
kicks
man
ass.
right there. Bad
Shout out to
man.
Tommy, man. He kicks ass on that guitar, man. God damn. He plays
God
the shit out of
damn.
it.
But speaking of it,
I'm still here, but I want to see this little bum
Tommy
parade
is
he's
the GOAT.
talking about.
here's his parade. Here's his Walt Disney parade. But I did watch 22 minutes of it.
The boring ass 2 minute.
That guy was happy. That guy was so happy, man. That guy was so happy that he was waiting for a line for Red Robins. I'm just playing. I'm just playing, man. I'm playing around.
So look, the parade starts off, and there's like 4 people on the Metro link. Like that.
Hey, but hey, enjoy, bro. That's their year.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what I'm looking at it. You know what I see? There's a lot of room to move around. If that was 49er fans, there would have been no room to breathe. That's what I'm seeing. There's a whole lot of space. To move around. There's no way in hell the 49ers win. You got room to shift.
We outnumbered them either.
Yeah.
So I guess he admit there was more Niner fans in the parade. What? Hard justice.
Nah.
Come on, man.
If
I had to be,
I'm looking at this right now. I don't see anything in here that tells me that there were a ton of fans.
Dude, this is Hollywood, bro. This is Hollywood. They had to pay Raider fans to dress up like Rams fans.
Yeah.
This is not.
Dude, they're trying to get more of the fans in LA, bro. They're even trying to get these Raider fans to join with them from LA. That's how.
What I'm saying is,
that's how bad it is, bro.
I'm
Yeah.
a minute and 35 in, bro. This is not impressive. This is not.
There's probably more Justin Herbert fans than there are actual legitimate Ram fans.
Bro, my thing is, when you have a parade after you won the Super Bowl,
There's no
if we win the Super Bowl this year, let me tell you something. Ain't gonna be no space to move. You will be sharing air with everybody in San Francisco. All the way to LA.
This guy's funny, man. He's something else.
He is off the chain.
Shit, man. Dude, we lost the Super Bowl. What are you
fans that met the Niners off the plane when they lost the Super Bowl? 5 Niner fans met when we lost the Super Bowl. Are you serious? 5?
Well, that's just because Dude,
just
who wants to
told
go
me
see
at
a
this point.
freaking team that lost a Super Bowl? Let's be realistic. I don't want to see that.
Okay,
Dude,
and how many Rams fans were there when you guys lost the Super Bowl to Tom Brady? You
None.
couldn't even get a
Hey.
touchdown.
And they only scored 3 points.
And how do you
3
lose to a
points in the
7-year-old coach?
3 points in the Super Bowl. Come
How do you lose to
on.
Edelman being the only one to throw a touchdown pass?
Yeah, 3 points, man. Like, come on. In the Super Bowl, that gotta be
Yeah,
sad.
this honestly, you know what I see more of rather than Rams fans? People selling stuff. Somebody selling
Dude,
water. Somebody
see-
selling a fake jersey. Somebody selling a T-shirt.
This
I
is
see
what-
more vendors than I do actual fans.
This is what I was told, dude. This is what I was told from a guy who was a Raiders fan from LA. He's telling me that a lot of these people are trying to get people to buy into the Rams, and he's saying it's not the good way to do it. Like he said,
No,
dude, if
there's
you're
no
a fan of a
fairness.
team, you shouldn't force others to be a fan.
3 points.
And
Not
as
even
much as
that
I
these
don't
people-
like the Raiders, as much as I
Okay.
hate the Raiders, but he said it as a good point. Like that's not a way to get fans, dude. You can't just be forcing people.
Let me tell you something. A good portion of the people here aren't even in Rams gear.
Had to be Raiders. Come on, man.
Yeah, Tommy's the
Charger fans, come on. Who
Obviously
wants to
wasn't
watch the
great deal.
Chargers? Nobody likes the Chargers no more.
Nah, the Chargers.
Only Herbert. That's all you can watch.
You know what's funny? Through this whole video, there's a dude walking around with Jesus saves, God, repent for your sins. I see him more than I see Rams fans. Like, this is just insane. Like, there's not, bro, I'm sorry. This is not impressive. There are not enough people. I need this. Your street, you shouldn't, whoever's filming this should not have been able to do this. They
He
should
did.
have been able to move that easily. That tells me you had a few people out there. I guarantee you, y'all didn't even hit 100K. I guarantee.
Oh
you didn't.
man. Okay, man.
Yeah.
This is getting
Yeah.
interesting, but my phone's gonna get dead pretty soon.
Dion, is that sadder to watch than the whole Tua to Tyreek video that the Miami Dolphins
Yeah.
released?
Say that
'Cause the way
again.
I said, is it sadder than the Tua to Tyreek video that the Miami Dolphins released as hype for
remember
Tua to
that.
Tyreek? Because the way you're describing it reminds me of
But
that.
maybe I gotta go night. You gotta go to
It
bed.
took. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now. If there's one thing that Tyreek's gonna miss from Pat is that the ball gets there quicker. That's one thing that Patrick
Tua
Mahomes has.
slow.
He has a cannon. Tua's throw is
Tua slow Aloha.
Did you see him
He's
double
more-
down
he's
and
more
say that
accurate,
he's
though.
actually
According
more
to Tyreek,
accurate?
He's more accurate. Oh, look at that right there. I lived in Orange County. Nobody bought Rams gear. Nobody.
Nobody did.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
This guy's having a good time, but man, dude, 10 people in. Hey Rudy, get your Ramilias over here, man. I want to see some of y'all come over here, just for a little bit, just for a little bit.
I need y'all to step y'all fans game
Yeah,
up
I
because
wanna
none of
roast
y'all
them.
really.
Hey, y'all- hey. I want to see a lot of the Rams fans step their game up when I do a stream, man. I want to see those Rams trolls, man. Come on, Ramilia, I got to give you the credit, man. You're consistent, and that's where I give you your dues and respect because you've been there and done it. But you're like the only one I can respect out of the others. Teo, I can give the credit for. I'll give the credit for some of them, but Rudy's the original because I guess he was the original when they were the originally OGs.
Yeah, really.
He had the watermelon helmet. He had the watermelon helmet.
I'm looking at this video. You know where this is? In Inglewood, close to the stadium. So you
Yeah.
guys tell me
Inglewood.
that y'all only line the streets a few blocks down from the stadium?
And it's
That's
not
it?
that far from LAX too.
That's it? And I'm supposed to be impressed by this?
Yeah, there's a LA
Y'all line
Rams,
the
but they play
streets.
in Inglewood.
Oh man, I'm moving the goalpost.
LA Rams,
I'm
they
moving the
play over there.
goalpost, bro. So wait a
Come
minute.
on,
So
man.
you give me
Hey,
the
you know
video,
what? I
you
want to
give me
see the
video,
Rams
I
fans show up like a Super Bowl parade, man. Come on.
I looked at your video. I gave you credit. There are more people. There's more than 30 people there. Congratulations. But let me tell you something. In the words of DJ Khaled, congratulations, you played yourself because you were only a couple blocks from your stadium. Yes, there's going to be a ton of people near the stadium. Who wouldn't do that when there's a freaking parade for winning the Super Bowl? Come on, man. That's obvious. Everybody wants to be near the stadium because that's where all the action is going to be.
Hey,
But
I
you're
don't blame
only
Rudy,
a couple
man.
blocks from your stadium. When you win a Super Bowl, you need to be lining the streets for miles, not 1 mile.
Hey, a
miles.
2-hour drive
And
is
there
not
need to be
is not easy,
hundreds of
man.
thousands of fans out there, not a
Yeah,
couple
6 to
thousand.
1.
Oh no, 2-hour drive from where he's at. I don't blame him, man. He wanted to go see the parade. Come on, 2-hour drive. Come on, that guy dedicates the Rams. This man, as much as everybody wants to give this guy heat, man, he's a dedicated fan. But man, this guy just cracks me up.
I can appreciate that. No, I would never say that.
I'm just saying, like, he's a good dedicated fan, but he's a good one, man.
I'm not going to say that. Period. Never.
Oh man, 12 people.
I can tell you right now why I won't say it, because I know they wouldn't tell me that. And I'm telling you, this was taped. Like, this was recorded, literally, so I could see it. And when I came home and watched it, I'm sorry, y'all was so close to the stadium, there wasn't nobody else lying in the streets. We were there for what, a mile? Bro, if the Niners won the Super Bowl, man, we'd line the streets for miles to come. We'd probably take over State Farm Stadium to celebrate. That's how deep we are. We travel. Do you understand that in 2019, the Niners literally were taking over stadiums? When we came to play, y'all was stuck at the Coliseum. Who was in there?
All red.
We were.
Yeah.
Dude, we took over Dallas.
George Kittle, even on Halloween, was saying Arizona was filled with Niners fans.
Come on, bro. Like,
dude, we took over Dallas. We took over Jerry Jones Stadium, bro. And Cowboy fans were complaining about that shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so here
Green Bay fans try to like blackball us. I mean, they try to blacklist us, the Packers, but that didn't work.
Put that last comment back on up. What's hilarious is
where's the soul fly? Is that an eagle? That's not a ram.
Yeah, it's
let
a
me
flag.
tell you this right here, man. I'll say this. What happened is y'all won when it counted. So congratulations. You won the NFC Championship and you won the Super Bowl. But let me tell you something. How many times did we kick your ass on the way to you even getting there? We broke you off every chance we had. Now, yes, you won in the game where it counted the most, but you were in that. There is no so fly. That is Levi South. Stop calling it so fly, because that's not what it is.
That's an eagle, right? I thought it was a ram.
That stadium is gorgeous. I have a buddy of mine who is a diehard Chargers fan, and he has season tickets. So believe me, the stadium is fantastic. It is a sight to behold.
Why is it called SoFly? There's nothing about a ram.
Because Michael Irvin went on the Stephen A. World's show, and he said they were going to be SoFi at SoFi last year when he was talking about the Cowboys at the Super Bowl. That's exactly where that's from.
SoFly? Like, I thought that was like an eagle.
SoFi at SoFi. That's what Michael Irvin said last April when he was talking up the Cowboys on the Stephen A. World show.
Damn, we've been going on pretty long, man, but I'm pretty sure this has been cut.
We wound up getting into it with Amelia over here.
Yeah, Vermilia, bro, you've been wanting the smoke, brother, but hey, it's all love, my dude.
Yeah.
Nobody has nightmares and cold sweats over that NFC Championship game. Stop.
Dude, I don't have no nightmares. I just think that it was just dumb play by the end of the day, dude. Like, I think the Tart play didn't have a factor. I think Kyle Shanahan should have stuck with the running game. I don't get it. I think
that Deebo Samuel should have been in the last portion of the game. I have no idea why he was sitting on the bench. Why would you have your best player on the bench, and then you have this idiot of a quarterback throw a pass to JaMychal Hasty while he's being sacked? Stupidity is at its finest.
Yeah, so until that gets solved, then
Travis Benjamin should not have been in the fourth quarter. You don't have players like that in crunch time.
That tells me that Kyle just gave up. That's all I see.
Yeah. When you say SoFly, Rudy, it kind of makes it sound like you guys are eagles, man. Come on. The Rams are not a fly. They don't fly. Do the Rams fly? I don't think so, right? That's like flying pigs.
I'm sorry. Every time you say SoFly, I think of Michael Irvin talking up his Cowboys and making up excuses of why they're not in the Super Bowl.
But in all seriously, man. Oh yeah, there's another family that owns another crunky that owns the Avalanche.
Colorado. Avalanche too? And look, that's where the money coming from.
Did you hear the news that they just booked the World Cup, I think, for 2026?
Oh, dude, and I heard another crunky family that owns Walmart. They're looking to purchase the Broncos.
Damn. Okay.
No, because they're related to the Crunkies, like the Waltons of the Walmarts.
Oh yeah. There's some kind of connection there. Yeah, they oddly enough, speaking about the Broncos, man, there was supposed to be this African American guy that was supposed to buy him, but yeah, that
He declined.
the way they anticipated. They declined, which is what I figured would happen. You know.
Yeah. Hey, but let's get to the final conclusion, man. We're already getting to a long
out of
stretch.
here, man.
All right, I'm gonna give you guys a solo. I'm gonna give it to Dion. You can say what you want to say.
Yeah.
Hey man, check me out, Niner Gang Podcast, consistently putting up content. Gonna go ahead and get started on the other side of the ball. We already covered the full defense. We'll jump to the offense and make sure that you continue to follow me, continue to follow everybody here. Niner Gang over everything. And Ramilia Sports Report, we're gonna whoop your ass this year, and you won't even be worried about the playoffs, because if you see us, we'll beat you again.
Okay. Well, we go to Melissa.
Hi, I want to thank everyone for tuning in, and you can check me out on Sundays on Red and Gold 24/7, where we chop it up with two of the best fans from the UK, and we have a fun time just talking sports and the Niners.
Okay. Oh, as far as Antonio, his phone died, so we'll give a shout out to my boy Niner King. Little Curry. He had a little phone issues, but he had a good time. So let's give it to Roberto for the solo.
What's up, CG? Thank you for having me, man. You already know, man. Much love to you, man. And hey, and I gotta say something to Ramilia. Man, I didn't know that the butterflies could fly. Like the LA butterflies. Cause it says so fly, I think it's a butterfly. So yeah, Los Angeles butterfly. Cause it says so fly, it might be a butterfly. So.
All right, we got it. All right, guys, as always. Yeah. All right, guys, as always.
Didn't you really just bring up Jimmy to try to have one last shot at us?
That's Ramilia's way of taking shots, man.
Dude, that's sad.
We can go on for hours with this guy. That's how good Ramilia is. He comes in consistently. He'll go on for hours. That's just how he is. But that's what I like about him. But let's just call it a day. As always, the 49ers round check is out of here. And as always, go Niners.
Go Niners.